Inhale, arms reaching up above the head. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. And step back into plank. And slowly lower Chaturanga. On the next inhale, slight arch in the back, low cobra. And then lift yourself back up and into down dog. Walk your way forward to Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Exhale, sweep the arms up again. And exhale, forward fold. Step back into runner's lunge. And then lower into low runner's lunge, getting that stretch in the quads. Shift the hips back to get that stretch in the front leg, straightening out the front leg and releasing down over the front leg. And coming back into the runner's lunge, bringing the back leg, front leg to meet the back into downward dog. Plank and then Chaturanga. Inhale the low cobra and exhale back up into downward dog. Coming back into runner's lunge on the other side. Take a low runner's lunge, stretching on that quad. And transitioning back, straightening out the front leg, and forward fold over that front. Bring the back leg to meet the front into Uttanasana. And on an inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. And exhale into prayer pose. With hands on hips, take a large step backwards. Back arch aligned with the front heel. Hips facing the long side of the mat. Find stability. Bend into the front knee, hugging the thighs toward midline. Rolling the shoulders back and down. And bring the arms up into a T. Straight line of energy from fingertips to fingertips through the shoulders and the heart. Take a few breaths here, finding stability and strength, engaging the muscles of balance without clenching or striving. Inhale, straightening the front leg and lengthening the spine. Exhale, reaching forward with arms still parallel to the earth. Inhale, lengthening the spine, making sure the ribs have space for movement. Exhale, relaxing further into the reach. And then bringing the arms perpendicular to the earth. Triangle pose. Breathe here. With every inhale, ensuring there is room for the ribs to expand. And with each exhale, hinging at the waist, releasing more deeply from the hips. Core is engaged, holding the upper body. Engage the core, inhaling back to standing. Bend into the knee. Sweep the back arm down and forward and up, opening the heart. Keeping the lower body engaged and stable. The core is holding the upper body up in opposition to gravity. Take a few breaths here. Engage the core and return to standing. Lift the back heel, pivoting on the toes to face the short end of the mat. Bring the back foot up close enough that you can stand with both feet fully on the floor, toes facing forward. Keeping the hips square to the short edge of the mat. Hands on hips. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, slowly begin to hinge forward. With each inhale, find length, and with each exhale, release slightly more into the fold. Keep the core engaged and the back flat. This is a controlled fold. When you reach the point where you can hinge no further, begin to breathe your way back to an upright position, one breath at a time. This is a controlled lift. Bring your back foot to meet the front foot and find your Tadasana, mountain pose. Hands facing forward, ready to receive. Listen to your body for a few breaths. Repeat on the other side. Stepping back into Warrior Two. Straighten into the front leg and begin to find your triangle, following your breath. Return to center and bend into side angle, opening the heart. Return to center. Pivot to find your pyramid pose. And with each exhale, lower in a controlled, intentional way. When you've finished rising back up, this time we will pivot to face the long edge of the mat in a wide-legged stance. Engage the core and forward fold. Perhaps take a twist here, breathing into that side body. Engage the core. Inhale slowly back to standing. Heel toe the feet closer together in preparation for a yogi squat. Feet parallel, hip distance apart. Raise up on your toes, keeping the spine stacked over your tailbone as much as possible. Slowly lower to the ground. When you've reached your edge, bend forward, allowing your hands to take your weight. As you heel toe back out, toes out at an angle toward the corners of your mat. Bring your tailbone back down toward the mat, spine stacked. Hands in prayer position at heart center, elbows pressing into the thighs. Yogi squat. Reach forward, hands taking your weight as you find your seat on the mat. Bring the floor up to meet your tailbone with a blanket if your knees are not below your hips. Bring the soles of the feet together as close to the pelvis as possible, opening the feet like a book if that is within your practice. Slowly, as we did with pyramid pose, begin to hinge forward. With each inhale, lengthening the spine, and with each exhale, releasing more deeply from the hips. When you have reached your edge, return to an upright position, one breath at a time. Affirm. With each exhale, I release shoulds and shame around intimacy, emotional expression, and creativity. I am enough. I am worthy. The full expression of my true self is my purpose on earth.